feel like there's so much stuff coming at you at a million miles an hour all the time. How do you build not a shield? Because I sort of think when you shield yourself from the world, that ends up doing actually more harm. You separate yourself from reality.
Yeah, I
And,
agree.
and I think, again, going back to
Yeah.
conspiracy theories and consuming all this negative news, I think it's easy to isolate yourself from the world now, being I just want to turn all this stuff off and I will build a wall around me. But as we know, like in history, people
Yeah.
who build walls around them doesn't end very well for them. So how do I, instead of building this shield or this wall, how do I build resilience? How do I step out into the world being a resilient person regardless what's happening around me?
Yeah. Well, I feel that humor is a great friend. Being able to look at a situation from a different perspective and maybe laugh at the absurdity of life in that moment really releases the pressure and also instantly gives you a new perspective, which is really what we're seeking, wanting to be more resilient. Another belief that I have, a kind of a way of looking at things, is to say, oh, well, I know there's a gift in here for me somewhere. And even though none of this situation is presenting that gift to me, obviously, right now, I'm going to take on the idea that it's here. And I'm going to start looking for that rather than being so responsive to all of the negativity that is coming my way. So, humor and a belief that something's happening for
Mm.
you is almost my little detective game of starting to determine, what's in a disappointing situation that is benefiting me. I look at it a bit like the hero's journey, right? Which we share this interest in Joseph Campbell's work and the arc that a hero takes in any great story, right? And what happens on that hero's journey? Over and over, he or she is met with disappointment and challenges and then overcomes those challenges, and by the end of the story becomes the master and the most beautiful embodiment of who they truly are as a result of those challenges. They wouldn't, to put it succinctly, they wouldn't be the hero
Mm.
without them. So when we are faced with difficult situations and challenges, we can also take the perspective of being the hero. Like, damn, I do not like this particular little challenge that's being thrown my way. But if I can take the perspective that this is a funny point in the story for that hero, then that can also be a way to move me more gracefully through those moments in
Mm.
time. You were bringing up earlier, Jesse, that it's important not to be in denial or isolation, and I think it's also true when it comes to resilience. Okay? It's important to feel how you're feeling. And when something comes your way, to feel it deeply, not to deny it. It's a gift that it's coming. There's something in there for you. Reach out to friends if you need to, find the support, but don't let that gift pass you by because you're afraid to open it. So, feeling things deeply is also a superpower. And so that it ties into resilience because so often we have this model of resilience that relies on a sense of
Mm.
denial. And the power is in the balance of being able to see something for what it truly is, for dealing with it accordingly, and for also looking for that silver lining that is there for us if we only look for the sparkle, which might be a little dim at first,
Look for the sparkle, look for the sparkle, look
But,
for the sparkle.
right.
Yeah. No, I get it. And that's only a muscle that gets better and better over time, right? It's not like the challenges get any easier. If anything, they get harder, but there's a reason they get harder because it's kind of like you're capable of dealing with them. And there's great insight in going
You're
through
ready.
these experiences. And
Yeah.
but it's not by shielding yourself. And it's I mean, it's so easy to shield yourself today. again, going back to media and what you consume, is that certain stories try to tell you that it's okay. You can shield yourself. Just believe this. And you don't need to deal with all the stuff
Yeah.
that's difficult in front of you.
Yeah. It is good to take care of yourself first and foremost. We can't deal with everything that's coming at us all at once, all the time. To honor the self and to say, well, here's what I can deal with right now. And, I might be able to deal with more of this
Mm.
tomorrow, or maybe I won't. But to to just acknowledge that you might have a certain pace or a certain way or a certain inclination of working through a situation, and to honor that path is right for you. So sometimes there is a bit of a little denial that
Mm.
seeps in there, but if you recognize that you're almost choosing that temporarily as a way to protect yourself, it's okay.
Healthy
Tomorrow will
denial.
be
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Healthy
bit of healthy
denial.
denial.